देखा है ना, हम रिसर्च करके आते हैं यहाँ पे आने से
अभी
पहले।
तक तो मैंने मिला नहीं, फिल्मों के बारे में आगे पीछे हुआ है बहुत।
We'll get to see the movie before everybody else. Perks of my job, yay.
Yes.
So well, I hope that really happens to you.
Yes.
वो achieve करने के बाद ऐसा लगता है arrived.
Actor's craft. These questions, I love it. It's like
So that makes two of us. Yeah, like bold. Hello and welcome to India Today. This is Hesha Chimah and joining me for a conversation is Siddhant Chaturvedi. Hello,
Hello.
Yudhra.
hello there.
How are we doing today?
Very, very excited for this interview.
Yeah, are you?
Yes.
Great.
You just light up the room. You bring in so much of energy that I just get like, let's do this.
Yeah, I'm so happy. And this is our last interview.
Is it?
So yeah, this is the last interview that you have with me. And I actually asked for a last slot. I said, chalo, thoda lamba baat karenge. Because uske pehle whenever I've spoken to you, it's always like 5 minutes, 7 minutes, cut. So I said, now let's get to know Siddhant a little better via this chat. So I'm going to actually start off by asking you this question. Forget Yudhra for now, but in general, what kind of an actor are you on set? And then come to Yudhra and tell me, how were you on this set? Was it any different or you're like the same guy?
Usually I never chill in my van. I am always out there pranking my ADs and just sitting there playing cricket or like badminton. I'm always active. But on this set, I did not have that much energy because of we were fighting all day. So it was a big setup. So a lot of action scenes were happening. So every time I used to get a chance, I used to just go and nap in in my van. So in fact, towards the end of the sketch, I got to know my ADs, better, my assistant directors and my team better, because I never had the bandwidth because I was so like engrossed in the depth of this guy.
Yeah.
And it was a bit taxing, action and psychologically as well. So I never got that time, but towards the end, I kind of made up for it.
You know, when you're saying it was taxing psychologically as well, because
Yeah.
this one is not just an angry man, but he's a little crack also on the same side.
Yeah.
You somehow don't give me that vibe at all. You give me a non-angry man vibe. But are you that? Like, what's your temper situation like in reality?
I don't usually easily get angry, but when I do, I get very angry. But I try to kind of control all that rage and everything, and I try to channelize it in form of some kind of form. Maybe just dance a bit, do some, hectic crumping or tandav, or maybe write something.
Yeah, poetry, because I remember
poetry,
last
yeah.
time we spoke about that.
Yeah.
I asked you, how do you deal with heartbreak? Like, we go ahead and put out stories on Instagram. You're like, no, bro, I write. I put out poetries. How are you there right now? Are you still writing?
I never stop writing. I always have something or the other which I feel at exactly 2 a.m. in the night. So I just get up and I start writing, which is kind of therapy for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Over the course of my journey also, whenever I've interviewed actors, whether it's women or men, I think one genre that they really want to play is action. And while it looks so fancy and everybody's looking so good with that body and all of that, bro, it takes a toll, and I know it. Because thoda sa gym mein workout karne ke baad bhi thoda kickboxing, I'm dead. But like when you're pulling off something like this, when you're saying that you're an active person otherwise, but on set when you have to do action, etc. Us moment pe between action and cut, at that point when you were playing this chap out here, what were you aspiring to do? Like, were you a director's guy? You were like, nahi, thoda apna bhi spunk dalunga types.
Thankfully, my director and I are like connected in a very telepathic way, I feel. Even before he says something, I always understand. Even before I'm going to do it, he always will know that I'm going to do that.
Really?
We are married. Me and Ravi Udyavar are just in love with each other. We are also doing another film after that, which is totally different from what we've done here. But yeah, I mean, I was blessed with him. Like the way he directed me is like, I think one of my favorite directors till now. I think it's Zoya, Arjun and Ravi sir. These are my top three. Like, have had the best time with them. So, I mean, I'm mostly a director's actor. I like to, sit with him, chill with him. And even before we started shooting, I used to spend a lot of time with him to just understand his vision and his, and we jammed a lot. So by the time he came on set, we knew each other, what we were going to be doing. But at the same time, he always, he's the director. Obviously, his vision is much broader. So I would always miss out on a thing or two, and he would add it. and sometimes I would push the bar, you know, a little bit more, and he would be really impressed. And yeah, so the tuning was very like, it was just um, amazing with him.
Tell me something now. I'm saying this because I know you're a Taurian and I'm a Taurian myself. So that makes two of us. Yeah, like bulls. And 9 out of 10 times this happens with me. I want to know what happens with you. I'm somebody who needs to be constantly stimulated to like do what I'm doing in life, like in
Yeah.
general, professionally is
Yeah.
what I mean, clearing it. So I need to have that kind of energy, or I don't have to be complacent.
Same, I know what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I don't want to be complacent, you know. And when I do get complacent, I look out for that next thing that kind of gets me excited. Tell me, what's the most stimulating part for you about being an actor?
Was the most stimulating part is the fact that I always have, I don't know what I'm doing next. So I'm always constantly looking for something very, very exciting, and that's what stimulates me, where I don't know what it's going to be. I'll never stick to what is the usual. I'll always try, go out of my way, seek something which is very, very different. So that for me as an actor is always interesting, to kind of learn a new skill on a set. You know, for Inside Edge I was bowling, you know, I learned to bowl. For Gully Boy rapping, for Kho Gaya Hum Kahan stand up. For this one I learned a lot of action. So yeah, just that's what I look forward to. What's something which I learn, you know, from the next film. So that seeking is for me quite stimulating. And other than that, what else is stimulating for me? Like, I don't know.
Listen, fame, money, does that excite you? Where are you on
Not
that
really.
level?
Not really. I love when my parents take a vacation.
Oh,
Yeah, I love to kind of see them travel, because they haven't traveled a lot when I was a kid. But now I can, you know, book them a flight in like the top in the top class, and then just you know, see them enjoy their vacation. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I feel that stimulates me. I feel like I'm taking care of them. That really
Yeah.
touches me, and I feel very proud that, chalo, I'm doing fine.
Okay, I want to get to know you a little better. What's your equation with money like? Like, are you staying alone in Bombay? Do you stay alone?
I would stay with my family.
Oh, so then it's more chill otherwise, right? Like, how are you? Like, do you tap into your finances really well, or you're like, nah, take care, I have
I
people to
mean,
take care?
just because I have a background of chartered accountancy, I kind of understand the finances.
Yeah.
But my dad's also CA, so he takes care of most of the stuff. So I don't have to stress about money, and I just focus on my art. And we chose that way because he just wanted me to just do what I love and not do it for the money, just do it for the love of it. So yeah, that's how it is. And I stay with my family, so we are all very like tight and very close. I also have a place in Juhu for my own, like chilling, calling up friends and having meetings, and throw some parties there, which is right next to the Soho House with the same beach view. So we do party a lot there with my friends, but I always come back home at night. I can't just wake up to an empty home. I don't know why.
Okay, tell me something. As an actor, when you're probably sitting and having conversations with people who are non-actors, right? And then you're discussing, or maybe you guys are together talking about or brainstorming about films and movies and OTT and theaters. Give me a perspective that you probably get from people who are not from the industry about you and like the job that you do and how this industry is like. Because we as insiders tend to have like blinders sometimes,
Yeah.
but that outside perspective helps. Have you gotten something that really stayed with you recently?
All my friends are from outside. They, in fact, I feel they are way brighter and they have a better perspective than us. We, I think, in this mix tend to forget what actual masses get, understand or like or love. So I always, I always go out to watch a film with my friends, because I understand also that what they like, what they don't like. I always, make plans with them. But something about me which they feel that I haven't done something which is very rooted. They think I'm doing a lot of urban stuff, even because they know me and they know my journey, where I come from, and they've seen me dancing at parties, which is mostly like तुझको मिर्ची लगी तो मैं क्या करूँ, and the whole desi, yeah, I'm very 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 like वो ठेठ हूँ मैं थोड़ा सा, लेकिन वो they feel that वो अभी तक explore नहीं हुआ है किसी फिल्म में, थोड़ा सा urban हो गया, so वो mass connect जो है वो कहते हैं कि वो क्यों नहीं ऐसा डांस, तुझे ऐसा गाना क्यों नहीं मिलता, why don't you do something like this, why don't you do like so I was like, यार मिलेगा, टाइम आएगा अभी, right now people have a perception, so ठीक है, that's what I'm trying to change. धीरे धीरे I want to explore everything. I want to do a city mar dancing in the Basti. करना है वो. But yeah, I mean, let's see, let's hope, or maybe I have already done, and you might see it not in this one, but maybe in the next one. Let's see.
Yeah. Tell me something, when you get a script, right, how do you oscillate between then picking a part which may have you like throughout the film, or probably it might just be a meaty role but maybe not so much on the screen length? Like then how would you like say yes to that or probably no to that?
That's a very good question, actually. See, I have not come across a lot of films which have a meaty part in it. I have had a couple, but my aspirations were, I've been there, I've done that, so I wanted to try something bigger. And I'll be very honest. Yes, I'm a little ambitious and I'm a little greedy for what I want to do, because I ain't going back there. It's as simple as that. So I try to push myself. I try to do everything possible, because it's not like that's a absolute no in the future.
Sure.
But right now, first I want to explore all of these things, and then maybe come back when I am invincible. When there's a lot of market forces which go around. There's a lot of PR which I'm also kind of understanding. Even if you do a meaty part, but you can be outdone by the PR of somebody else. So a lot of things, a lot of perception, and perception game is actually right now what's damaging Bollywood, because it's mostly perception and there's no actual gravity or content. It's just perception, and you can manipulate that with your PR, with your 100 things, appearances and a lot of things, and there's no novelty or credibility into that, I feel. So I will never stick to, or never go to that, because I don't understand that. I want to come with credibility, and credibility with commerce. It's a C and C combo for me, like a CC. Just not credibility where I'm doing just good parts but nobody can mount a big film on me.
Sure.
At the same time, I don't want to be mounted big films, but यार ये ऐसे क्या फिल्म है, कुछ भी फिल्म है, मज़ा नहीं आया, ये क्या कर रहा है, वो भी नहीं चाहिए. I'm a bit like ambitious in that. I want to strike an equilibrium between credibility and commerce, which is what I'm trying to do in every film. And these kind of films are very hard to crack.
Yeah.
Either you have those films where you have credibility as an actor, but there's nobody watching it. Right. And some people discover it after 3 years. But there are films which are mounted big and everything, but उसमें कोई content, कुछ novelty नहीं है, कुछ gravity नहीं है, बस हवा में चीज़ें हो रही हैं. वो भी नहीं हो पाएगा मुझसे. तो मैं उस जगह पे हूँ, थोड़ा सा मतलब मुश्किल है, but I'm still trying. Let's see.
Yeah, I always say this when my friends call me selfish and greedy. I think it's not a negative thing. I'm so happy to be selfish and I'm so happy to be greedy. Why not? मुझे सब चाहिए. One life.
सब इसलिए चाहिए क्योंकि सब था नहीं ना पहले.
हाँ, था नहीं पहले. अब
जब सब होता तो फिर आप जब सब चीज़ें होती हैं लाइफ में, तो आप चीज़ें बचाते हो. जब हमेशा से कुछ नहीं होता ना, तो फिर आपको चीज़ें चाहिए जो अपने लिए हों, अपने लोगों के लिए हों. So I think that comes from that it's okay to be greedy, it's okay to be selfish, I feel, because nobody thought about you. So we got to think about ourselves. And when you have everything, then everybody's out to get you. So and you have to just protect it. So before you can protect something, you need to फर्स्ट उसको जमा तो करना पड़ेगा.
पैसे
जमा करना पड़ेगा ना, तो अभी जमा कर रहे हैं.
फिर बांटेंगे. नहीं
बांटेंगे क्यों?
रखेंगे ना अपने पास. But okay, taking from your CNC also, I want to ask you this. Okay, now tell me, do you think then an actor's craft somewhere down the line then becomes subjective to the success of a film or a project that they're doing?
Actor's craft? What are these questions? I love it. It's like tickling my brain. Actor's craft? Subject, say again?
For example, let's say an actor's craft is somewhere down the line subjective to the success of a film. मतलब अगर picture अच्छी हुई तो actor भी अच्छा है, नहीं तो नहीं. मेरा इसमें अलग opinion है, but I want to know what's yours.
अपना opinion अलग इसलिए है because we are closer to the industry and closer to the craft. If you ask somebody outside, अगर picture में मज़ा आया तो hero भी मज़ा आया. Simple है. पता है हम see the thing is we feel that we are saving the world. We are not. We are just a form of entertainment, and the person who goes to watch a film for 2-3 hours, pay money, watch the film, उसको मज़ा आया तो हीरो भी बहुत अच्छा है. फिर कोई नहीं सोचता कि यार ये पिक्चर बहुत अच्छी थी लेकिन हीरो अच्छा नहीं था. ये बहुत ही रेयर होता है. I don't feel. In fact, it can go the other way around, that the film was not that great but the actor was really good. That has happened a lot of times. But it can never be if a film does well and in fact not only the main actor, every actor benefits from that. Because people shower with you with love. You made them feel some certain things. And even though as an actor I can say that the craft was not 10 on 10, but you can let it go because it's the audience who has chosen. Like because you're making the film for the audience and it's the janta. who in the end will crown कि यार ये मुझे मजा आया and this is our hero. So see, we would have a different approach,
Yeah.
but I don't think the audience sits and thinks after the film, I love the film, but the actor, yeah, he could have done better. You know, like for example, if the country wins, if India wins in cricket, everybody who has performed, even bowled one ball or played one ball, is being credited.
Yeah.
कि even that one ball का, you know, खेलने वाला वो जो place defense भी किया है ना, उसकी वजह से भी हम जीते हैं. Everything matters then. The same with the film. अगर फिल्म अच्छी है तो सब जीतते हैं उसमें. कोई नहीं बोलता कि यार ये परफॉर्म बेटर कर सकता था, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. सब माफ हो जाता है. It's like मजा आ गया भाई.
How are you as an actor? Like, do you detach easily from your performances? And then, like, how do you take criticism if at all you get? Like, are you good with feedbacks?
I am good with feedbacks. Yes, I'm actually very sensitive to feedbacks. I do know, I am able to detach myself in a way where I don't watch my films, but I am not able to detach the people around me, their opinions. You know, I really want to know what they felt about the film. I will have no opinion, but the people who really matter to me, I really ask them how did they feel about the film, and otherwise I don't care. I mean, there have been films which I like, which have not worked of mine. I like Phone Booth. I like Bunty Babli. They haven't worked, but ठीक है. I mean, a lot of people will come and give you 100 things to like ये नहीं करना चाहिए था. और when things work, then everybody will make reason कि अच्छा इसलिए काम की ये film. So nobody knows the plan, nobody knows the reason, nobody knows anything here. It's just as long as you're a good actor and you're honest and you're authentic, I think you just have to keep making choices and keep taking risks. And as long as detachment is concerned, I think I can detach myself, but my attachment is only to the people I really believe in. That's what they feel.
Because we're also like questioned by so many people who might come and just ego massage you, be like, "Kya Sid, kya kaam kiya?" But under se you know ki like, bro,
Yeah.
what are you talking about? Like,
नहीं, I believe in them. I believe बहुत अच्छा काम किया मैंने. Picture शायद नहीं अच्छी हो, सिड तुमने बहुत अच्छा, वो मैं believe करता हूँ. अभी तक तो किसी ने नहीं बोला कि यार अच्छा काम नहीं किया. अभी तक तो.
No, you've not got bad reviews.
अभी तक नहीं मिला है यार.
That's
मतलब मिला है क्या?
नहीं, bad review नहीं मिला.
हाँ, परफॉर्मेंस के लिए अभी तक तो नहीं
नहीं
मिला है.
मुझे
मतलब
पता
आई होप.
देखा है ना, हम रिसर्च करके आते हैं यहाँ पे आने से
अभी
पहले.
तक तो मैंने मिला नहीं. फिल्मों के बारे में आगे पीछे हुआ है बहुत सारी
Yeah, for
चीज़ें,
sure,
बट परफॉर्मेंस पीपल हैव लाइक लेट गो ऑफ. आई थिंक इतना प्यार दिया एमसी शेर के बाद तो शायद मुझे लगता है कई बार 19-20 हो भी गया होगा ना, दे वुड हैव लेट इट गो. दिस इज आवर ऑडियंस, दिस इज आवर लवली ऑडियंस.
Yeah.
I love my
You
audience.
started also with the bang, na? When you have
Yeah.
something like an MC show. But listen, I have to give you credit for Kho Gaye Hum Kahan. Absolutely love that part. It's a film that I go back to and watch like 4-5 times. Yeah, I've seen it so many times because I'm like, chalo, this is my film, this is my vibe. So thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much.
But you know, before I wrap this up, I see this poster right in front of me where there is a Siddhant Chaturvedi full like a poster boy. वहाँ पे. You know, ये बहुत लोगों का wish होता है. You know, and this is like a dream come true because when you have an ensemble cast, you stand up somewhere 3rd, 4th, 5th, 2nd, फिर आते हो 1st. What's that feeling like, man? I mean, I'm sure it's great, but then वो achieve करने के बाद ऐसा लगता है arrived.
I don't know. I just cringe when I watch myself. Like it's a little weird for me. But how's the feeling? I don't know. I'm doing what I love to do, and people are believing in me still to let me do whatever I want to do. I think that's when I feel I'm blessed. And the only thing is, I just cannot, especially when I'm there like a poster boy, I cannot disappoint my audience because our face is right there, this big hoarding out there, and it is a little bit of pressurizing because now it's on me.
Yeah.
The ball is on me right now, and I need to score this goal very, very badly. So I will. I think I've had a good run. I've come almost close to the goal post. So now let's see how I take that kick and if it swirls in and do a top corner hit. So let's see.
Do you see yourself being in a league where there is a Vicky, Sunny, you, Ayushmann all spoken of together? Like, are you aware of that? Or do you want to not be aware of things like these?
As in, matlab,
like in a good way, people pitch you like, oh, the new age actors, there is a Siddhant Chaturvedi that's mentioned, yeah?
I guess. That's why I get like, I'm still kind of doing what I'm doing, I guess. I mean, it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
But I still feel it's still not on the top. So I feel bad about it.
That's the greed that we spoke of.
I want to be on the top. I want to be the first and the only choice. Not the only choice, but at least the first choice.
Oh,
the first
lovely.
3 names, I should be there in the next 5 years. It'll take some time. It'll take some time to understand the dynamics of how this industry works, and not only it has to do with films, but it also has to do with a lot of the buzz and the PR and all of these things which I'm understanding. But also at the same time, I try to keep it out of my door because that might just pollute you. You know, you might just do things for the sake of being there and relevant. So yeah, at this stage I'm also 30, so I'm kind of figuring it out, like how to like go about it. But the plan is definitely in the next 5 years I have to be in the top 3 of the names which are being taken off. And I know, as much as I know that my name is taken in the same breath, but I have to be the first word, that it should start with an S.
The first breath, saans.
The first saans ka sa
Has to be
Siddhant hona
Siddhant
chahiye.
hona chahiye. But well, I hope that really happens for you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. With that,
Thank
I'm
you.
going to wrap
I hope
this
I didn't sound
interview.
arrogant and all. Huh?
No, no.
A
Did
lot
anybody
of
sound
people say,
any-
yaar, abhi arrogance ka confidence hai, yaar.
Okay, so then that's your misconception that you're busting, that you're not arrogant, you're confident.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people, I do read Reddit and all of these things where I think it's because of the round table that really thought that I was just being cocky or something. But dude, honestly, मैं ये clarify करना चाहूँगा कि यार उसके बिना यार it's so hard to survive here. Like if आप दबते रहोगे तो आप दबते ही चले जाओगे. You have to stand your spine, and that sometimes can come across as cocky and overconfident or whatever it is. But that is the fuel which drives me to do things and take things ahead in life. So I just want to clarify people who think like that.
Yeah.
I come from a very humble background. I stay with my parents, and it's all the love which I have and have got. But sometimes you have to stand your ground, and sometimes you have to say what you feel. You can't just keep it in just because there are power forces which are playing on top of your head.
Yeah.
You cannot succeed without climbing that chamber where you see the light. Dark night.
Yep.
You know that little chamber, you have to cut the rope. And that cutting the rope is arrogance and stupidity, because Bruce Wayne might just fall and die. But he takes that leap and just goes out of the pit. So I'm trying to get out of the pit. I'm still in the pit.
Yeah.
I can see the light. And this will just take me closer to that, I feel. So let's
Yes,
see.
really hope so. And I like your honesty and like the fact that you're very rooted in even your understanding of sense, because this does tend to brush you up and make you off. But all the very best for Yudhra. We're looking
Thank you.
forward to it. Of course, we'll get to see the movie before everybody else. Perks of my job. Yay.
Yes,
So
of
then I'm
course
going
you
to
will.
sit and like trouble you about how I felt about it. But thank you so much for your
Please do.
time. All the very best.
Thank you so much.